I'm Elsie. I'll never forget that terrifying afternoon. I was standing outside the school, my heart pounding like a drum in my chest. A woman I'd never seen before was leading a little boy away, and the boy was wearing my son Noah's jacket. The woman held Noah's backpack as if it were hers, and she gave me a smile that sent a chill down my spine. Just then, my phone buzzed with another message from Miss Lily, Noah's teacher. Stay in your car. Do not approach her. I knew then that this was no ordinary situation. Something dangerous was happening right in front of me, and my son's things were in the hands of a stranger. As I stood there, torn between my fear and my motherly instinct, I couldn't help but think back to how our life used to be. I'm a single mom, and I've been raising Noah on my own since his father left when he was just a toddler. It's been tough, but we've always stuck together. My mother, Martha, is a kind-hearted retired librarian. She's been a rock for us, always there to lend a hand when I'm swamped with work. My younger brother, Ethan, is a free-spirited musician. He may seem laid back, but he's always there for us when we need him. He checks in on me regularly, saying, "You're doing great, but call me if anything goes wrong." Noah is an 8-year-old boy full of energy and creativity. He loves drawing and always carries a sketchbook with him. Mornings at our house are a bit chaotic, with rushed breakfasts and missing socks, but Noah always manages to brighten my day by showing me his latest drawing. One morning, he drew a beautiful rainbow and said, "Mom, I want to paint the whole world one day." I kissed his forehead and told him he could achieve anything he set his mind to. I always thought the school was a safe place for Noah. He loved going there, and Miss Lily was an amazing teacher. She treated every child with kindness and respect. But a week before this incident, something strange happened. Noah and I were walking to the car after school when he tugged on my sleeve and whispered, "Mom, that lady keeps looking at me." He pointed to a woman standing near the playground fence. She looked out of place, just standing there and watching. I told myself she was probably waiting for her own child and tried to steer Noah away. He didn't say much, but I could tell he was still uneasy. That fateful day at work started like any other. I was dealing with some paperwork, sipping on my cold coffee, and looking forward to picking up Noah at 3:15. Then, I received a short and urgent message from Miss Lily, "Pick Noah up now. Use the back door. Do not come inside." My stomach dropped as soon as I read it. Teachers don't send messages like this without a good reason. I grabbed my keys and rushed out of the office, hoping I was overreacting. But deep down, I knew something was terribly wrong. I felt a cold hand on the back of my neck as I ran to the parking lot. I kept reading the message over and over, as if it would change. On my way to the school, I tried to call the school office, but the phone either cut off or didn't connect at all. I sent a text to Ethan, telling him that something was wrong at Noah's school. He replied right away, asking if he should come. I told him I'd update him when I got there, but part of me wished he'd just come without waiting for my answer. When I pulled into the back lot of the school, everything seemed off. It was usually a busy place, but that afternoon, it was almost empty. There were only a few cars parked near the fence, and the silence was eerie. I parked quickly and checked my phone for any new messages from Miss Lily. There was nothing. Then, I saw the woman and the boy near the side gate. I recognized Noah's jacket immediately. It was a red jacket with a big yellow star on the back. And the backpack the boy was holding had a small tear on one side, a tear that Noah had made during an art project. I couldn't control myself. I opened the car door and stepped out, ready to confront the woman. Before I could take a step, she looked at me and gave me that creepy smile. She lifted the backpack as if to taunt me. I called out, "That's my son's jacket." "Who are you?" My voice was shaky, but I was determined to get answers. She just laughed and said, "Your son? I think you're mistaken." Her calmness in the face of my panic made me even more angry. Then, Miss Lily's second message came in, warning me to stay in the car. But I couldn't just stand by. I stepped out fully and demanded to see the boy's face. The woman kept walking, as if I wasn't even there. She said, "You must be confused. He's fine. Let's go." I reached for my phone and called Ethan. When he answered, I told him what was happening in a low voice. His steady voice gave me the strength to keep going. I stepped closer to the woman and said, "Let him turn around. I need to see him." She tightened her grip on the boy and pulled him closer. That's when my anger boiled over. I raised my phone to record her and said, "If you walk away, I'm calling the police." Her smile disappeared, and a cold look flashed in her eyes. She said, "You should calm down. This is not your business." Just then, the back door of the school opened a crack. I heard Miss Lily's frantic whisper, "Elsie, inside now." I turned and saw her standing there, looking pale and scared. She whispered again, "Come inside. It's about Noah." Hearing my son's name made me forget about the woman for a moment. I ran towards the door, and Miss Lily closed it behind me. She led me down the quiet hallway, and every step felt like a weight on my chest. We stopped in front of a storage room near the art area. Ms. Lily opened the door and said, "He's safe. I promise." And there he was, Noah, sitting on the floor behind a stack of boxes, holding a box of colored pencils. His eyes were wide and full of fear. When he saw me, he jumped up and ran into my arms. I held him so tightly, feeling the relief wash over me. Ms. Lily explained that the woman's name was Mrs. Clara. She was the aunt of another student, but she didn't have permission to pick up any child. She had been trying to take her nephew for weeks and had shown up at the school unannounced. That morning, she had come to the front office saying she was picking up a child early. When the school staff refused, she became upset and started wandering the halls. She found Noah's cubby and took his jacket and backpack, probably to disguise the boy she was trying to take. Just then, we heard voices in the hallway. We looked out of a small window and saw the police approaching Mrs. Clara. She tried to run, but the officers quickly caught up with her. They took her into custody, and the other boy was safely returned to his parents. When the police finished their work, I carried Noah out of the school with Ms. Lily by my side. Ethan was waiting for us in the parking lot. He looked worried and relieved at the same time. He gave me a hug and ruffled Noah's hair. When we got home, my mother was waiting for us. She hugged us both tightly and said, "You did everything right." We sat on the couch, and Noah leaned against me. I asked him if he wanted to talk about what had happened. He said, "That lady was there last week, Mom." I was scared. I hugged him and told him he was brave. In the days that followed, life slowly returned to normal. But it was a new kind of normal. I walked Noah to school myself every day, and I paid more attention to the little things. I learned that safety is not something to be taken for granted. It's something we have to fight for, with every instinct we have. One evening, Noah brought me a drawing he had made. It showed the three of us, me, him, and Ethan, holding hands in front of our house. At the top, he had written, "Mom and Uncle Ethan keep me safe." I held that drawing close to my heart, knowing that love and family are the most important things in the world.